Edward, I'm writing to my mother. I'd like to say I'm taking Laura over to Paris for a fortnight.
You know quite well I don't think it's a good idea for any of the children to go over there at present.
Why?
And you have to go away for so long?
So long? A fortnight?
Long enough in the circumstances.
In your circumstances? Or mine?
It's no use pretending. They're not even fond of each other anymore.
I know it doesn't suit the boys. Osmond likes nothing except Eton and cricket. Lionel in Paris. They don't like being half Russian. They're wholly your children. But Laura can sail through anything. She never notices what's going on. As for me, if I might put forward my own claims, I think it my duty to visit my father and mother. They're lonely and unhappy.
Why lonely? Not everybody could have turned their backs on them. There must be a lot of decent Russians who call on them.
Oh, you don't even try to appreciate their position. My father's a Russian exile in Paris, where all the other exiles are liberals whom he detests. And the Russians of their own sort either think my father did something wrong and turn away, or else they think he's innocent, in which case he wouldn't dream of allowing them to run the risk of calling on him. Anyhow, he doesn't even want...
What?
He doesn't even want to be considered innocent if the Tsar thinks him guilty. He can't quarrel with what the Tsar has done, any more than he could quarrel with God.
God? No, Tanya, I really cannot swallow all that juju about Holy Russia. Your father could stop believing in the Tsar tomorrow if he chose. I remember when we were first married, long after as Minister of Justice. All that good talk, those excellent speeches. Almost an Englishman. Why doesn't he come over here, find a place with some shooting?
Oh, how can you understand? You have no Siberia, so safe and snug in your parliamentary privilege. My father and mother are old and exiled and unhappy. I wish to go and stay with them. And I wish to take my daughter with me.
That sounds like a request drafted to sound reasonable by a solicitor.
And that's your House of Commons voice.
Mummy, that will be lovely. Did say go with you to Paris?
Yes.
And I trust you to take good care of your mother. Spare her all the trouble you can. It's on that understanding that I let you go.
How soon?
Oh, 4 days, I suppose. No. Sooner. I'll send telegrams. Would you mind if we hurried off?
Roughly speaking, I don't mind anything. Particularly not this touch. It's no penance to see grandfather and grandmother. You can stand me my first real Paris hat.
They don't make hats for unmarried girls in Paris. They just cover them with cornflowers and marguerites, like little tidied-up Ophelias.
The baggage is all safe, madam.
Thank you, Eileen. You will come and help us when the plane reaches Dover.
Of course, madam.
Thank you.
Goodbye, Tanya. I hope things turn out better than you fear. And remember, I do ask you not to stay away too long.
You didn't say goodbye to me. She's so beautiful. I hope she isn't going to cry. Nothing's the same at home. Even the flowers aren't changed. When people are unhappy, they neglect the flowers.
Mama?
There seems to be no one. Surely they can't have gone out.
No.
Papa.
Tanya! My daughter, Tanya!
Darling, Papa. Where's Mama?
And little Laura. Were you anxious to see us? Did you have a good journey? Did the Channel make your mother ill?
Grandpapa, we've been speaking of nothing else for days. The journey was very good. Mother was better than I've ever known her on the sea.
That's good. Papa? That's good.
Where's Mama?
Where's Grandmama?
She's been pacing up and down her room all day, waiting for your arrival.
I must go and find her.
Ah, look who's here. You remember our cook and the Countess maid?
Tanya. Oh, Madame.
Aglaé.
Miss Laura.
Miss Laura.
You must tell me, is the Countess well? Father.
Actually, there were none of us well. We don't like to be here in Paris, so it doesn't suit us.
The Countess will be back in a minute. She said you mustn't worry.
But isn't Laura Eduardovna the image of her mother? Eh?
The image.
The Countess wanted to go to the chapel in the Countess von Cremonden's house.
Oh, so she is well enough to go out alone.
Oh, Madame, we'd never let her do that, even in Paris. She is with Monsieur Kaminsky.
Ah, that excellent little Kaminsky.
Yes, where would we be without him? But you are here now. Soon we must give a great ball for little Laura. And your grandmother will stand by your mother's side at the head of the staircase, just as she did at your mother's first ball.
Oh, Papa, we love you so much. Nothing will ever really hurt me because of that love. Isn't it, Mama?
Huh? My dear wife, where have you been?
Mother.
Well, I warned you. I wasn't as strong as a peasant.
Oh, Mother.
Oh, now, don't make such a sad face. It's really not so bad. Ask Monsieur Kaminsky.
Oh, the Countess has improved lately. I've been away being an engineer, when I'd have preferred to have stayed being a humble friend. But now I'm back, I see a great improvement.
Yeah.
Excellency, I have something here for you. It's a copy of a letter written by Sovereign.
Sovereign?
About the way things are going in St. Petersburg. It was handed to me yesterday. Good evening, Miss Laura.
Monsieur Kaminsky.
That letter will occupy your grandfather for a long time. Won't you sit down? Sovereign is not a good man. He's a liberal. He's the editor of the Novaya Vremya.
Yeah.
Please, you must look happier. Sofia Andreevna has been saying to me, I hope the little one will not be too frightened when she sees what my horrible toothache has done for me.
Is that all it is? Toothache?
She has to have some teeth extracted.
I was quite frightened. It's awful for anybody to be ill, but for my grandmother of all people, it's far worse. Don't you feel that?
I feel that very strongly. All your family is extraordinary. Your grandfather is one of the most marvelous men who ever lived. You were going to say?
Nothing.
Oh, but you were. There's no good denying it, Miss Laura. If you'd been all Russian, the words would have been out, but your English stopped you. You must own up.
It's not the sort of thing one ought to ask people.
But you can ask me. I am not people. I am Alexander Grigorievich.
Well, I smelt your handkerchief. And I remembered the last time I was here, you told me of the ointment your grandmother gave you when you first went to Moscow and felt the northern cold. For your chilblains.
Tansy. It was tansy ointment.
And I simply thought, why should Monsieur Kaminsky have chilblains in summertime? I wondered where you'd been.
You have an eye for the little things. Not like your grandfather, the little things he never notices. And here am I, a grown man, who's built hydroelectric installations, and I have no sense at all. Some things make an idiot of me. So if I pass a lake in the sunshine, I have to swim in it, even if the wind cuts like a